It's a senior guard, 6'6" from Chicago, Illinois. The Wildcats' top scorer, Jacoby Hetty, averaging 18 points per game. That's good for top 5 in the SWAC. He is the most efficient scorer in the SWAC, 52.2% on his field goals. Where the Wildcats go, he goes.
Yes.
His brother also starts, Quentin Hetty, 6'6", junior forward from Chicago, Illinois, another transfer from Central Michigan, just like his brother, Jacoby. The silent assassin is averaging 10.4 points and 3.8 rebounds. He also has 37 assists on the team, third on the team in assists this season. Who you don't want to know who's first on the team in assists? Well, that's Seneca Willoughby. Seneca Willoughby has 76 assists. He is a 6'3" senior guard from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was on the All-SWAC preseason second team. Daniel Ruzan will start in the middle. The Las Vegas native now in his third season in maroon and gold. He averages 11.8 points and 5 rebounds per game, but he lately has been going off. 25 against Jackson State, 15 last time out against Southern. He had 16 against Grambling State. He has finished this year on a heater and is in pole position for an all-conference nod at the end of the year.
Yes.
And the final starter for the Wildcats, the senior guard, 6'6", from Los Angeles, California. The top three-point shooter on this team, Tyler Andrews, at 42.9% from beyond the arc. Although the Wildcats do not take a lot of threes, they're second to last in the conference in threes attempted at just 5.9 per contest. They play a kind of old school style of basketball. Work the ball in the paint. Bland and Ruzan do a great job. They've got guards that can slash in Arterio and Jacoby. They've got Seneca as a really great facilitator. It feels like we're watching a team from the 1980s, which is when head coach Reggie Theus played in the NBA.
I mean, that's how he remembered. That's how he was able to excel in it. Why not pass down what you learned early in your past years down to the new and upcoming?
We are just about to get it away from the Al Lawson Center here in Tallahassee. The game's on HBCU Go. That's why we're giving it to you on the Cat-Eye Radio Network today. Grateful for everybody listening. We'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, it's basketball time here on the Cat-Eye Radio Network. Starting lineups on the floor. The Wildcats in the all-black with the Wildcat head emblazoned above the gold numbers. A checkerboard black and gold stripe down the sides. Florida A&M in the all-orange trim. White numbers with a green trim. A big green stripe down the side with Rattlers in white in block text above the white numbers. Wildcats will go right to left here in this first half. Rattlers left to right. Seneca Willoughby right in front of us here at the scorer's table, sporting a very fashionable gold headband. It's Daniel Ruzan and Miles Delama. Delama wins the tip. The ball is tapped all the way back to Micah Octave, and the Rattlers control. Here we go. There was something on the court, maybe a piece of tape or something that had to be removed. So 4 seconds will roll off the clock, and the Rattlers will inbound the ball on their own baseline going left to right. We'll see how Wildcats show some early pressure.
That's what I'm looking for.
And Jaquan Sanders will run the point. He's guarded by Jacoby Hetty. Sanders across the timeline, got stripped by Jacoby right at the point of attack. Jacoby goes all the way in. Right-hand layup, got it. What a start for Bethune-Cookman.
And I said this, play all 40 minutes. Do not let up. There should be no reason why we're giving the Rattlers a chance to come up. I think that's a foul.
It's going to be a foul on Seneca Willoughby. Oh, no, it's on the Rattlers. It's on Jaquan Sanders. So they'll give the ball back to the Wildcats immediately on the inbounds pass after the Jacoby Hetty layup.
Take every advantage.
Wildcats up 2-0 with the basketball. Baseline inbound onto the basket. They attack to listeners left. Andrews, the trigger man. Quentin down low. Kick out Seneca. Ruse on top of the key. Hands back to Willoughby. Down low, Ruse on the right baseline. Attacks Delama. Jab step, pull up, jumper. Front iron, no good. Andrews battling Delama for the rebound, and Delama secures it. That'll be a foul on Tyler Andrews. So a lot of whistles here early on.
Oh, it's getting really, really physical out here.
And again, This is one of the reasons why I love sitting courtside.
Yes.
You
so
can
I
hear
see
all this
everything.
chatter.
Yes.
But with the C, yes, but you can also hear all the chatter from the coaches and the players and the referees. Here we go. Rattlers with the ball, baseline in. Wildcats lead 2-0. Wildcats will full court press with the inbounds pass.
Nobody's open.
And they got to call timeout.
Nobody's open.
Good defense for the Wildcats is already forcing a
Get it in their
timeout.
heads, yes.
The defending SWAC champs are back at the Jack. Come catch Bethune-Cookman baseball Friday, March 6th at 7 p.m. That's tomorrow night as they host Florida Gulf Coast in non-conference action. Admission is free, but if you can't make it out to Jackie Robinson, we've got you covered on the Cat Eye Network on YouTube and bcuathletics.com/radio. So, a good start for all intents and purposes for the Wildcats.
Yes.
A steal, 2 points, and a forced timeout as they couldn't get the ball in on the inbounds pass.
We got to maximize off of that. Keep sticking with that full court pressure.
The Wildcats in first 10 minutes of ball games have maybe looked like one of the better teams in the country.
Yes.
But in the last 10 minutes of ball games have maybe looked like one of the worst. So it's
And they
long,
have a meme like that.
It's a long game to play. Still 2-0,
Yes.
just a minute gone by. Driving left is Washington. He's stopped by Jacoby. Resets to Antonio Baker Jr. Jr. calls a play, puts his hand down over the ball, gets his screen, goes left, switched onto by Quentin Hetty at the top of the key. 10 to shoot. Bounce pass into the baseline. Working down low is Shirley against Seneca Willoughby. Shirley, right-hand layup. Seneca forces the miss. Offensive rebound for DeLama. He chest bumps Ruzon. Ruzon standing strong, and DeLama misses the putback. Another offensive rebound for Micah Octave. And the Rattlers come again. Here comes a drive and a layup for Caleb Washington as nobody guarded the paint.
Can I just say I have never seen Bragg Stadium this filled before.
Well, this is Al Lawson.
Al
yeah.
Lawson,
it's,
sorry, yeah.
It's probably about 60% full. Quentin Hetty, the lob, Ruzon, the tip in. Didn't go for the jam, but just made the safe play on the transition offense for the Wildcats. 4-2, 2 minutes gone by in the game. Wildcats on top. Rattlers scored their first points of the night on a third chance on the offensive glass. DeLama up top off the handoff by Shirley. Here comes the screen. Baker with a head of steam tries to drive in on Ruzon. Right-hand layup, good. Ruzon being careful, doesn't want to pick up an early foul. The Rattlers will full court press. Jacoby Hetty against Antonio Baker. Into the front court for Quentin. Quentin back to Jacoby at the top of the key. Jacoby up fakes. Can't drive, stopped up by Octave. Back to Seneca Willoughby with 15 on the shot clock. Tyler Andrews out high on the logo. Willoughby to the left-hand corner for Jacoby Hetty, 8 on the shot clock. To Ruzon, pulls up for a 15-footer on the baseline and cashes it. Daniel Ruzon, as I mentioned in the pregame, been a beast down the stretch this season. Driving left to the baseline is Washington. Washington still working on Quentin Hetty. Loses the ball. Quentin Hetty says, I'll take some of that in a bag of chips. Thank you very much. He comes up with the steal. Willoughby all the way in to the free throw line. Back to Quentin Hetty on a drive. Up and under. Oh, hangs on the rim. No good.
It'll be good next time, though.
Yeah, Antonio Baker did just enough to put Quentin Hetty off. Baker now with a head of steam against Willoughby. Euro step over Ruzon off the glass and in. At a 6-6.
I know
with 3 minutes gone by in the game.
This is going to be such a back and forth game.
I'm shocked that the Rattlers are coming out in the full court press here.
Yeah,
as it's broken into the front court,
right
but the ball is.
Hands.
Yeah. Baker stripped Hetty from behind, and the first big turnover of the game goes to the Rattlers. Here's Shirley working on Andrews, backing him into the paint. Shirley twisting, turning the kick. Driving right is Baker, gets to the baseline, back to the top for Shirley. Shirley down low, foul call on Ruzon against DeLama, gives him the too small already.
It's getting really, really quick, Mr. Albert.
And Ruzon wants to know what he did wrong.
And DeLama wants to
DeLama already is getting a talking to from one of the referees about.
Number 2.
Yeah, he says, the referee said, listen to me, cool it with the trash talk. You already know these teams don't like each other, and we only played 3 minutes. We're tied at 6. Rattlers with the ball baseline in, and a foul called on Tyler Andrews.
It's getting really physical.
Second foul already on Andrews, and I think I'm already ready to see Terry Morrison. Here he comes.
Yes. Hey, one thing about Terry Morris,
he
has a target.
He is going to lock in defensively.
I mean, overly.
So Morris comes in to replace Tyler Andrews, who picks up 2 quick fouls.
We probably won't be seeing Tyler till the end
Yeah, baseline in for the Rattlers. Into the left-hand corner. Washington a drive. Kick to DeLama. Up fakes in the mid-range jumper. Spins it against Ruzon. Up fake. Got it. Rattlers take their first lead of the night at 8-6. Willoughby, bounce pass into the front court to Morris. 20 on the shot clock, 16-13 on the first half game clock. Cats down by 2. Morris will slow it up. Across to Willoughby, and down low, extra pass. Ruzon in the left corner. He takes a 3. It's no good. Long rebound comes out to Baker. Baker flying up the floor. Stutter step, driving in on Jacoby Hetty. Back to the top and stripped by Morris. Here comes Arterio Morris up the floor. Arterio, Euro, into the lane, layup, no good. The tip in is also no good, but a foul is called.
Yep.
Quinton was right there to potentially tip that in.
And I did, but it just skimmed the ball just ever so slightly.
Arterio Morris will go to the free throw line after the first media timeout. Florida A&M 8, Bethune-Cookman 6 here on the Cat Eye Radio Network. Back at the Al Lawson Center, it is Florida A&M 8, Bethune-Cookman 6 at the first media timeout at the 15:49 mark here in the first half. Wildcats a little bit slow on offense to start, and Florida A&M very efficient, getting looks in the paint on offense, something we didn't think they'd try to do. They have not attempted a three-pointer yet, as Arterio Morris will go to the free throw line after getting fouled on a fast break right before the media timeout. Morris, his first free throw attempt is good. The free throws really are going to hurt this team down the stretch.
I was hoping that she wasn't going to talk about it.
I mean, I have to. 68.7% from the free throw line this year. That's second to last in the SWAC. Only Mississippi Valley shoots a lower free throw percentage than us. Ontario Morris goes 1 of 2 there, and it's a 1-point game, 8-7 FAMU with the basketball, going left to right in the all-orange. Ontario Morris, one of the biggest defenders, just a 58% free throw shooter. Morris guards Baker out of the top of the key, across to Octave on the left wing. Baker gets it back. Baker to the right-hand side for Washington. Washington against Quinton Hetty. Goes behind the back dribble. Hetty keeps him in front. Backs him down into the paint. The fadeaway jumper is no good. Ariel Bland, who's fresh into the game for the Wildcats, takes the rebound, throws it ahead to Quinton Hetty. Hetty charging in, throws it up. Wild one, no good. That's a crazy shot.
His footing.
But again, that's way too fast for the Wildcats. Didn't even get time for his teammates to get down the floor. Rattlers with the ball up 1, 8-7. Thrown into the post for Shirley against Willoughby. That's a mismatch. Backdoor for Washington. Washington almost got stripped. It comes to DeLama against Bland. DeLama fighting Bland. Bland goes over the top, commits the foul. No basket. It'll be on the floor before the shot.
Our biggest thing out in the post, we said that we were going to run the post every single time. We need to make sure our feet can stay on the ground. We love to take flight. That's the Wildcats game. Get high, knock the balls loose. But with FAMU Rattlers, they're going to try and be able to draw those fouls every single time with us.
Bland left his feet there, and it was an easy call for the officials.
You don't want to make it easy on them.
Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Out to Shirley. Shirley looking for the back door to Washington. Jacoby Hetty guards it well. Here's the screen. Shirley goes right, switched onto by Seneca. On the right baseline. Thrown to the corner. Here's the first three-pointer of the game for FAMU. It's no good. The tip-in is good, though, for Micah Octave.
You don't want to get too comfortable. That's what I said earlier before.
3-point lead for FAMU, 10-7. Ariel Bland attacking. DeLama all the way in, under the basket. Tries to go up and under on DeLama. Kicks it out to Willoughby in the left-hand corner. Willoughby resets to Arterio Morris. Bounce pass, Quentin Hetty at the free throw line. Hetty against Shirley. Hetty, shoulder fake, tries to go into Shirley. Driving, kick out, 8 to shoot for Morris. Morris, dropped up by Shirley. Tough hands, 3, 2. Morris pulls up, mid-range jumper, no good. And just the tip-in was no good for Quentin Hetty as well. Wildcats cold from the floor to start this game at a 3-point lead plus the ball for Florida A&M.
It's always like that with the Wildcats. Either we start hot or we go cold and start then finish off out.
Thrown into the post for Shirley against Jacoby. Shirley, the kick to Washington on the right wing. Spins past Terrio, gets to the baseline. Now double team. The kick, the 3 for Baker from straight on. Off to the right, no good. Rebound by Bland. Arterio Morris ahead of steam across the timeline, right to left. Morris gets all the way in. Handoff. Quentin Hetty lost the ball. Running the floor off an outlet pass is Micah Octave, and he got fouled by Seneca.
Very loose with the whistle today because that was all ball.
And Coach Theus went right to the referees and was saying all ball as well.
That was all ball. Very loose with those whistles today. I got it. I understood it whenever it came with the women's basketball game, but I already knew what type of game it was going to be in this men's portion.
A 6-point swing plus these over the last 4 minutes for Florida A&M. First free throw, no good.
As they say, the ball
so
is not
the only team I mentioned, the only team worse than Bethune-Cookman at free throws was Mississippi Valley. That was incorrect. The only team worse at free throws than the Wildcats is Florida A&M.
Oh.
They shoot 67.9% from the floor. That first one was no good by Baker. He's the best free throw shooter on the team. No, correction, this is Octave. He's a 61% shooter from the line. 10-7 FAMU. One more free throw coming for Octave, the transfer from Alabama State. It is good off the front of the rim and in. So it's a 4-point lead. Wildcats have struggled to contain this full court press. It's speeding the Wildcats up, and they're making mistakes. They've turned the ball over 3 times already. Arterio Morris double team, gets the ball to Willoughby. Willoughby rifles it to the left-hand corner for Ruzon. Ruzon working on Shirley. All the way, down the baseline, double team, triple team, gets it to Bland, who's wide open, tried to throw it down and got fouled as the ball rolled off his fingertips.
As long as they call those fouls, that's all I'm asking for.
Then you got to make the free throws, as you said, Ariel Bland, who's only a 56% free throw shooter to the line. Remember back to the Texas Southern game, when the Wildcats had to come back and win in overtime at home. I said in that game, as Bland's first free throw is good, that Texas Southern gave every team a blueprint defensively for how to beat the Wildcats. And Florida A&M is currently following that blueprint. Be very physical, as the second free throw is no good, but there's a lane violation. And then, so Bland will get another shot, the transfer from UC Santa Barbara, the total field goal percentage leader on this team at 62. Bland, second free throw, no good, just off the rim. And it's 11-8. Still a 3-point lead for Florida. A&M with the basketball. Here's Antonio Baker Jr. Around the DeLama screen, goes left. He dumps it down low to DeLama on the pick and roll. Layup, no good. Rebound, Ruzon.
And DeLama is looking to have a player of a game.
Willoughby driving in, Euro step, down low. Ruzon bumping shoulders with DeLama. Resets to Willoughby in the left-hand corner. 18 on the shot clock. Back to Ruzon against DeLama. Ruzon. Handoff for Morris. Runner in the lane, no good, off the rim.
Nothing's falling right now.
Wildcats cannot buy a bucket there, just 3 of 8 for the game. Meanwhile, Florida A&M is 5 of 11. Tyler Shirley working on Bland on the right baseline. Takes a step back long two, no good, rebound to Jacoby Hetty. Throws it all the way down to Bland. Bland runs the floor, lays it up with the left hand and in.
Beautiful.
That is the kind of offense the Wildcats want. Quick in transition. Shirley tries to go right back at Bland. Gets to the low block. Back out to Baker on the shovel pass. Baker against Bland. Resets to Shirley, top of the key with 17 on the shot clock. Shirley trying to go at Morris now, backing his way down towards the paint. Morris trying to strip the ball away. Shirley backing down, throws it up, gets the foul called, and that's already the third foul on the Wildcat guards. That's 2 on Andrews and now 1 on Morris. This is going to be a free throw laden game between the 2 worst free throw shooting teams in the SWAC. So you got to hit your free throws.
Absolutely.
We go to a media timeout. FAMU will shoot up 1 when we come back here on the Cat Eye Radio Network. Back at the Al Lawson Center, Florida A&M 11, Bethune-Cookman 10, 11 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the first half. And Sabrina, a question I wanted to ask you is, are you surprised by the amount that the Rattlers on offense are trying to work the ball into the post?
No, I'm not surprised at all. That's their best chance because they know that we're an efficient shooting team. We're one of the best efficient shooting teams in the SWAC right now, but in the post we don't have much body. So the only thing that makes sense is to run the ball through the post, especially if it's a mixed match. I don't really necessarily want to call it a mixed match between Daniel Ruzan and Dalama. But it's sort of just because he's a little bit taller, but he's been able to hold his ground down there.
Yeah, the Wildcats already have 6 fouls called on them, 2 on Andrews, 1 each on Ruzan, Willoughby, Morris, and Bland. So not this foul, but the next foul, it'll be the bonus for the Rattlers. Only 3 fouls on Florida A&M right now. We come back to break with 2 free throws for Tyler Shirley, the redshirt senior out of Atlanta, Georgia, the top scorer on this Florida A&M team. He's a 77% shooter from the charity stripe. And if he sinks these 2, he will restore the 2-point lead for the Rattlers. First one is good. Front iron, back iron down. Jordan Chapman is checked in for Florida A&M. Their top 3-point shooter at 37.2%. 54 of 145 from beyond the arc this season. So a volume 3-point shooter as well. For the Wildcats, it's still Willoughby, it's not the Headies. Quinton is checked out. They're running Bland and Ruzan together as both free throws are hit and restoring a 3-point lead for the Rattlers, 13-10. Morris, Jacoby, Ruzan, Bland, and Seneca, the 5 on the floor for the Wildcats. Bland up top. Rifles it to the corner for Willoughby. Willoughby down low, Ruzan. Ruzan working on Dalama. He puts a floater in the lane, no good, and a foul is going to go on the rebound on FAMU, so it'll be Wildcat ball.
When I say maximize off those little advantages, you have to do the same things.
Micah Octave going to be called for the foul.
Octave was a force to be reckoned with last game against the Wildcats during regular season.
In the first game between these 2 teams, the top scorer was Jaquan Sanders for FAMU. That one tapped out of bounds on the inbounds play. It'll stay with Bethune-Cookman in the corner, far side. Wildcats attack the basket to listeners left. Micah Octave had 11 in that game, but 9 rebounds. Seneca Willoughby controls the inbounds play, 16 on the shot clock. Wildcats down by 3. Willoughby to Bland up top. Bland To the right-hand side for Jacoby Hetty. Back to Bland. Down low. Ruzon had the ball knocked away and stolen by Shirley. Wildcats telegraphed that. Ruzon was double-teamed in the paint.
Yes, and they know to really put that pressure against him in the post.
Driving it is Baker against Ruzon. Ruzon, great defense. And layup is short.
And that's
Here
why
comes the Wildcats. Long pass ahead. Jacoby Hetty in the right-hand corner. Off a stretch pass from Bland. Gets it back from Ruzon. Takes a long three. Jacoby Hetty too strong. Bland gets the rebound. And gets the rebound and one. Nice job by Ariel Bland underneath. That was an air ball, so it almost looked like a pass.
It did, but one thing about Ariel, he's going to get those crazy passes that are out of there.
So Bland gets the bucket and a chance for one more to potentially tie this game up. No, it would be a one-point game, so it's 14-12. This to make it a one-point game. Ariel Bland at the line. Bends his knees, flips it up, and it's good. And it's a 14-13 game. 10:49 to go in the first half. Rattlers control the ball. Baker across the time stripe with 10:43 to go in the first half, and a pretty low-scoring game so far. Baker looking for the backdoor cut, doesn't find it. Gets the screen from DeLama, goes right, back to the top for Chapman. He takes a catch-and-shoot three. Too strong, rebound to Jordan Johnson, who's just checked in for the Cats.
And Chapman is the one that you need to look out for when it comes to these three-pointers, because he was shooting them lights out.
Jacoby Hetty to the right corner, down low. Ruzon, catch-and-shoot, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound Washington. A long pass ahead, out of bounds. Hit a fan that's sitting courtside next to us. And I think that is a product potentially of the Wildcats rubbing off on the Rattlers there. They just tried to look for the home run ball when all they need to do is just play the half-court set. They've been doing well so far.
Come on now.
Wildcats with the ball down by one. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Low-scoring game, 11-10. Rattlers lead. Jacoby Hetty only 2 points in the game. Here's Jordan Johnson away out high. Johnson across to Morris. Bounce pass to Quentin Hetty off his foot, comes right back to Morris with 10 to shoot. Morris driving in, kicks it down low, one-handed jam for Ariel Bland with the tomahawk. Nice pass by Arterial Morris for the easy slam, and the Wildcats take a 15-14 lead.
When the Wildcats get in their
driving
groove,
through his Sanders, mid-range jumper good.
They get in their groove.
Not often you see Arterial Morris get blown by like that.
I didn't think he expected it to make it either.
Morris with the blow by the other way. Got to take the ball with you. He does to the rim, no good. And it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rattlers. Both teams playing very scrappy right now.
Oh, yeah, it's a scrappy game. Very physical. Not the Wildcats' best basketball either. I could just say that right now.
Nope.
So that's why I say it's usually like this. If they're not showing up in the first half, come second half, they're going to warm up.
Double high screen to the left wing for Sanders. Sanders working on Ruzon to the baseline. Shovel back to Washington. Washington in front of the BCU bench on the left wing. Washington resets with 8 to shoot. Washington against Morris between the leg dribble. Drives in, kicks out. Deep three for Sanders. Straight on. Off the rim, no good. Good defense that time. Long pass ahead. Jacoby Hetty makes the catch over Chapman. He works to the free throw line. Lost the handle, and the ball is turned over again. Too many turnovers for the Wildcats. They're fourth in this first half.
They might actually beat.
Good. Baker downloads Alama. Puts it up, no good. Rebound Washington. His put back through the traffic is also no good, and Bland grabs the miss. Wildcats get lucky there. Bland running in trenches with the basketball. Nobody stopped the ball. Bland goes all the way in, tries to throw it down low, and it goes off of Hetty's foot. A turnover, a Euro step the other way. Washington reverse layup good. The Wildcats need to slow down, and Coach Theus rightly calls a timeout.
Yes, as he should, because they're moving too fast, playing into the Rattlers' game when we should be playing our own game. Every single time there's a turnover, it's because they're moving too fast. Once we cross this half-court line, there should be no reason we should slow down, run the plays efficiently. We know the game. 5 passes or less, and then make a shot. That's Wildcat basketball. We're not playing Wildcat basketball.
And I don't know what that pass was from Ariel Bland. He had a wide-open layup, but he chose to backdoor it.
And I don't really understand why Arterial did not step up a little bit more when he came down, because it was wide open.
Timeout called by Coach Theus. He is laying into Ariel Bland right now, probably saying the exact same thing that I am. Just go to the rim, young man. You love Bethune-Cookman University sports? Of course you do. And then don't miss Hail Wildcats Radio, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of all 15 Wildcat sports programs. hosted by voice of the Wildcats, Michael Cirillo, and featuring the expertise of Bethune-Cookman's sports information staff. Hail Wildcats Radio delivers unparalleled coverage of your favorite teams. Tune in to 1380 WELE Daytona Beach every Saturday to catch the show live or listen anytime on your favorite podcast platform. New episode comes out on Saturday. It's a jam-packed show. We didn't have a show last week because I was out of town. So we got a lot to cover.
A lot to talk about.
And you're going to want to tune in and listen to Hail Wildcats Radio. Bryce, Jade, and I always have a good time recording that show. And you may get a bonus live from Atlanta episode coming up this week.
Special guest.
The softball Cats are back at Sunnyland Park. Come catch Bethune-Cookman softball Friday, March 13th as they host Alabama State for their conference opener. Can't make it to the park? It'll be on youtube.com/Cata Network. Get ready for the madness in March. The SWAC basketball tournament begins on March 9th. And you don't want to miss your chance to catch Bethune-Cookman basketball on the hunt for their first ever SWAC title. All the action goes down at the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta, featuring both BCU men's and women's hoops, and a special appearance from the Marching Wildcats and cheerleaders. Get your tickets today at SWAC.org, but if you can't make it to the game, watch it all live on ESPN Plus, or listen anytime on bcuathletics.com/radio or youtube.com/Cata Network. Wildcats being bumped out of their normal game. They're being sped up by the Rattlers right now. They're down 18-15, and it's mostly because of their own making. It's the turnovers. 5 turnovers right now for Bethune-Cookman. 6 points off those 5 turnovers for Florida A&M. And we talked about the key to the game being not to turn the ball over for FAMU. We got to throw that back in our own faces right now. Wildcats will start with the ball wearing the all-black trimmed-in checkerboard gold stripes down the side. Going right to left, FAMU in the all-orange with a big green stripe and white numbers. Wildcats down by 4, their largest deficit of the game. Jacoby Hetty only has 2 points at the top of the key. Pitches it right to Arterio. Morris around the Quinton screen. Morris all the way in, stops, pops, and misses a 10-foot jumper with the right hand. Baker got the rebound, barrels into Arterio. Morris, no call either way. DeLama floater in the lane short. Whistle and an offensive foul called on DeLama on the rebound.
Oh, because I almost said something.
Yeah, no, offensive foul. DeLama took a nice two-hand shove to Quinton Hetty as he was trying to rebound that ball.
I was going to say. Back into the press.
And neither team playing very well right now on offense.
Not at all.
36% from the floor for Florida A&M, 31% for the Wildcats, when the Wildcats normally shoot about 46% from the floor. That's first in this SWAC. Down low, it's Quinton Hetty battling with Shirley on the baseline. He gets inside, puts up a left-hand hook shot, and gets it. That is good. Slow the ball down, get the ball in the post, win your one-on-ones.
What's my favorite word? Fundamental.
Wildcats down by 1, 18-17, Rattlers with the ball. Sanders controls up top. Sanders around a screen, switched onto by Quinton Hetty. Goes to the corner for Baker. Runs the baseline against Bland. Baker forces Bland back. Now on the left baseline, it's Chapman. Chapman, hook shot, no good, rebound Bland. Outlet pass to Jordan Johnson. J.O. runs the floor, pitches it to Quinton Hetty. He goes in, left hand layup, good. No, it traveled.
Oh! That was a late call.
That was a very late call.
That was a really late call.
So it is still 18-17 FAMU. Long pass. Caleb Washington to the right-hand corner. Step back three. Long. Air ball. Rebound Bland. Wildcats relying on the kindness. Wildcats relying on the kindness of missed shots right now.
I'm telling you.
They're only down by 1, 18-17. Morris will slow it down. Working on Chapman at the top of the key. 4-1. As a 4 flat the other way as Morris goes left. Now works back to the top around the double screen. Pitches it back to Quinton Hetty. Hetty against Chapman with 7 to shoot. Hetty kick out Morris. Catch and shoot right wing 3. Too strong off the heel. Rebound to Jordan Johnson. He saves it on the baseline. Goes back up with it and gets fouled by Baker.
Even when you know it's not going to go in, Mike, just go up with the shot because they're going to foul you. And this is proven multiple times over again, women's basketball and men's basketball.
Really nice job by J.O. there staying with the play. Could have easily ran back on defense, but the long rebound came to him on the baseline.
Overly nice hustle, and that's something that we need, especially in tight games like this.
So J.O., Jordan Johnson, is going to go to the line. He has not seen as many minutes down the stretch this season as I'm sure he would have thought. Was the second leading scorer for the Southern Jaguars last season, averaging just 4.8 points per game this year. He gets the first free throw up and in. Johnson averaged 9.6 points last year for the Southern Jaguars. Johnson mostly been used as a 3-and-D guy off the bench, maybe 10 to 15 minutes per game, but he has been put in here in this first half due to some foul trouble for both Tyler Andrews and Arteria Morris. Wildcats with a 19-18 lead. Rattlers with the ball, 6:20 to go in the first half. Working left to right. Chapman to the top of the arc. Hands back to Shirley. Shirley around the screen. Into the key. Hook shot, no good. Rebound.
Nice rebound.
Grabbed by
my
Hetty.
I'm talking around the world.
Morris.
Right
all
down
the way.
the middle.
Called a foul as he was driving to the basket. When you get Arterio Morris going headlong towards the rim, there's not a lot you can do except foul him or give up the layup. And so Morris, who was 1 for 2 his first trip to the line, is going to go back to the charity stripe. First one missed. Arterio kills us. 58%. For someone who drives and slashes as much as he does.
I mean, that's where he makes up for it.
And gets to the line as much as he does. These are the kind of things that will hurt us late in games, late in close games in the SWAC tournament. He misses both. Rebound, tap back to Sanders. And here comes FAMU. Ahead to Octave. Octave will slow it down. Find the cutting Chapman, and it's blocked at the rim by Morris. He tracks back. All the way on the other end, Jacoby Hetty flips it up and in.
That's how you do it in Wildcat land.
Another block.
That was a good run, though.
Yeah,
I have to give it to Fam. That was a good run.
Yeah, but Morris got back and jammed the shot against the glass for his 24th block of the season. He's second on the team in blocks as a guard. Rattlers almost turn it over. Chapman recovers. Whistle off the ball and a stoppage of play. And I think they're going to call a foul on Arterio. That's his second.
Oh, no.
And then they'll send FAMU to the charity stripe as they are now in the bonus here in this first half. Wildcats up 21-18. Tyler Shirley going to the line. Shirley was 2 of 2 his first trip to the charity stripe in this contest. 5:28 to go in the first half. Wildcats lead by 3.
What would be really great right now is if Tyler Andrews came in and just played Tyler Andrews basketball to extend that lead for us.
I don't know. Andrews picked up 2 fouls in 3 minutes and didn't play good defense besides, so I'm not sure he's going to get back in the game in the first half.
No, not at all.
First free throw was good by Tyler Shirley. Something about a FAMU Rattler wearing the number 22. As in the first game, it was Sanaya McCarthy.
Yes, it was.
For the game-high 14 points. She wore number 22. And now Tyler Shirley, who's the 22 on the men's team, doing work for FAMU as well. A little bit of a break before the second free throw to clean the painted area. Long hold for this second free throw.
That's too much time.
1, 2, dribbles and a shot is good for Shirley, and it's a 1-point game. 21-20, Wildcats with the ball. That breaks a scoreless streak of 2 minutes and 53 seconds for Florida A&M.
Into a man defense they are in.
Wildcats really slowing this one down. Double high screen for Morris at the top of the key. He cuts back to the left, gets in the paint, and hands it off for a 2-hand jam for Ariel Bland. He's got 10 first half points.
It's the second time that they ran this play, and it just blows by FAMU every time.
Top of the key for Octave. Right side Baker. Down low,
nice
stripped by
defense.
Bland, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Wildcat ball. Last touch by Tyler Shirley. Ariel Bland is having himself a monster first half.
Double digits already in the first half of the game.
10.6 boards and now a steal in the first half.
Looking like Maya Johnson out there going into that double-double range.
23-20 Wildcats with a lead in the basketball with 4:42 to go in the first half. Johnson had that ball tapped into the backcourt, retrieved by Morris. Morris tried to rifle the pass between two defenders, and it gets picked off all the way underneath. Morris gets another rejection as Baker went up for the layup.
Did they call it foul? I hope
no.
Okay.
It's another block, second of the game for
Mike
Arterio already.
It's like he paused in midair to wait the ball that was coming in.
How about the balanced scoring from Florida A&M? Washington, Octave, Shirley, and Baker all with 4. Dalama and Sanders with 2. Meanwhile, it's 10 for Bland and nobody with more than 4 for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
Baseline in for the Rattlers under the basket as they attack to Listener's right. It goes into Baker, resetting to Octave, and then Baker gets it back. He's guarded by Jordan Johnson.
It's a 4-1 defense right now for the Wildcats.
Here's
that
Chapman.
paint is exposed.
Pulls up for a long 3 around the screen and rattles it down.
And that's when you start guarding him, because the moment he makes one, he's going to start shooting out lights out. That's exactly what happened the first game against FAMU in regular season.
That was a deep 3 from straight on, and he got it, and it's tied at 23.
And he was checking temp all game.
Jacoby Hetty pulls up on the baseline, 10-footer, no good. It's been a tough first half for Jacoby. He's only got 4 points. Wildcats trying to, here's another 3 from Chapman. Transition style, no good. Offensive rebound for Octave. On the baseline, the kick out. Baker driving in, layup, curl is good. And it's a 25-23 Rattlers lead, a quick 5-point swing. Seneca Willoughby back in the game now. Down low, Quentin Hetty. He goes left-hand layup, got it to go against Tuscan Onua.
Tie game with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left.
Tuscan Onua, the 6'11 junior forward from Sydney, Australia, is replacing Dalama at the 5 right now. He sets his screen for Sanders to go right. Switched onto by Bland. Back to the tap for Octave. Octave all the way to the corner for Chapman. Drives baseline against Johnson. Kick to the top of the key. 3 for Octave, good.
I told you, all it took was 1.
This is the Rattlers game. Those 3-pointers, they haven't made one until the last 2 shots, and they've both gone in. And it's a 3-point Rattler lead, 28-25. Jacoby Hetty.
Watch the baseline.
Against the Rattler bench.
That baseline is wide open.
Jordan Johnson driving left, all the way in. Push shot over the top, and he got it to go over Onua.
And you had Quincy Hetty that was creeping up on the baseline, ready to come in.
All the way, coast to coast for Baker. Kicks it out to Octave, and they'll reset. Here's Sanders near the midcourt stripe. Goes light around the Onua screen. Flash across the top, stolen by Jordan Johnson. He goes all the way and jams it with one hand. Excellent pickoff by Johnson that time on the pass. 29-28, Wildcats lead, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Faking the 3 is Octave on the right wing, dumping it down low to Onua. Onua shoveled back to Octave against Willoughby. 16 on the shot clock, the handoff to Sanders. Sanders driving baseline. Push shot with the right hand, too strong. Wild rebound, goes out of bounds. It'll be Rattler ball, and we'll have the final media timeout of the first half as Ariel Bland couldn't secure the rebound. 29-28, Wildcats lead. They have used transition offense to their advantage, but the Rattlers have started hitting the 3s. They're 2 of their last 3 from beyond the arc. We'll take a quick break and take you to the end of the first half on the other side of this break here on the Cat Eye Radio Network. 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go in a wild, sloppy, defensive first half here at the Al Lawson Center on the campus of Florida A&M. Bethune-Cookman 29, Florida A&M 28. It's been all about the paint. Wildcats have 20 of their 29 points in the paint, including 10 for Ariel Bland and 16 of the 28 points in the paint for Florida A&M. FAMU has hit 2 of their last 3 three-pointers after starting 0 of 6 from beyond the arc. It'll be FAMU ball, baseline in under the basket that they attack to listeners right. 1:53 on the first half clock, 11 seconds on the game clock. The ball goes into the corner. Shirley, baseline drive, up and under against Johnson, got it. 30-29, FAMU lead. Full court press. Wildcats got to get the ball in. They do, and it's turned over immediately.
What happened?
Sanders in the corner, open look for 3, short. Wildcats get away with one. Jacoby Hetty running the floor, crosses the time stripe, will slow it up with 1:29 to go in the first half, and he got fouled by Sanders out high as he was trying to cut back to the top of the arc.
Sanders is on number 2 or 3 of fouls right now.
That was the third, I think, on Sanders.
Get him out of here. We have 2 more.
This will be the first trip to the free throw line for Jacoby Hetty. Only 4 points this half on 2 of 4 shooting. They've really done a good job, FAMU, of bottling him up, not allowing him to get to the rim.
But that's also something that I've realized with the Wildcat team. They like
oh
to,
my goodness,
Lord.
He misses the front end of a 1-and-1, and that's another thing. Towards the back end of this season, his free throw shooting has dropped way off. He was over 90% for most of the year. Now he's under 80.
70? Ooh, yeah, he's in that 70s. Watch the switch.
Baker driving it on Willoughby, kick to the corner. Shirley up fakes on the 3, stumbles against Bland, still working on Bland, all the way in, hook shot, good.
You gotta give him that.
32-29, under a minute to go. Wildcats behind here at the end of the first half. Seneca Willoughby controls across to Jacoby Hetty. Hetty, down low, Jordan Johnson. Pulls up for a long 2, got it.
Nice.
Moving from right to left on the catch and shoot. And it's a 1-point game, 31-32. 40 seconds left. Wildcats with a stop here have a chance to take the lead going into the half. But Florida A&M has been ruthlessly efficient here in the last couple of minutes. They're 5 of the last 6. Spin move, floater, lane, got it. Antonio Baker Jr. Wildcats down 3, 23 seconds left to go in the half. This will be the final possession the Wildcats will hold for the final shot. Wildcats look like they'll be behind at the half for the 3rd straight game. Willoughby driving left into the corner. Jacoby Hetty with 5. Hetty back to the top with 2. With 1. Ruzon spinning, putting it up short right at the end of the half. They got the look they wanted, but it's 34-31. Florida A&M, who's outplayed the Wildcats in this first half. And I'm comfortable saying that because they have outplayed the Wildcats. They've used this really big home crowd to their advantage. They've bullied us in the paint, and they have a deserved 3-point lead at the break.
And yeah, can't say better than that. I think that's the biggest thing right now is the Wildcats got comfortable. It's not that they were not playing right. They overly got comfortable. And we want to make sure going into the second half, they're able to switch that momentum up and play basketball the way that we know to play basketball. And
the Wildcats are being denied basically anything down low. We're not running off screens well. Tyler Andrews got 2 quick fouls. He only played 3 minutes. We're not taking threes. We're settling for extremely difficult mid-range shots or and taking advantage of our defense and getting points off turnovers. We have to find more efficient offensive sets in the half court.
Yes, absolutely. And hopefully they're able to realize what puzzle piece is going to be able to help for them. So when they come back into this second half, they play.
We'll take about a 10-minute break. When we come back, we'll talk about all the stats in the first half. We'll go around the SWAC as well, talk about what's at stake in the last game of the season for all the teams in the SWAC, and we'll discuss whether the Wildcats can turn this thing around. It's Florida A&M 34, Bethune-Cookman 31 at the break here at the Al Lawson Center in Tallahassee. You're listening to Bethune-Cookman University Basketball on the Cat-Eye Radio Network. It is halftime in the final regular season game for Bethune-Cookman men's basketball, and the Wildcats are struggling on the road, down by 3 against Florida A&M here in Tallahassee. The score, Florida A&M 34, Bethune-Cookman 31. Michael Toronto, Sabrina Badine home. Happy to have your company here on the Cat Eye Radio Network for the final time in the 2026 regular season. So, Sabrina, we talked about it pregame, that this game doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things for the Wildcats.
Yes.
They are the #1 seed. They are the regular season champions. But for morale, it is so important to close out the season with a win.
Absolutely. And even if we do, like I said, even if it doesn't come out, which I do think we're going to come out on top, it's just going to take us a little bit to get there. I said this on the road when we were talking on the way over here. This is going to be a game that we win, but this won't be an easy game getting there. And the Wildcats have been turning the ball too many times over, which was able to have this momentum shift that the Rattlers was able to take. And we want to be able to switch that momentum shift right back to us to end the game out on a higher note.
Here are your scoring totals for the first half. Ariel Bland was the best player of any team in the first half. 10 points on 3 of 4 shooting, 4 of 4 from the line, 7 rebounds. He's 3 rebounds shy of a double-double at halftime. Jordan Johnson had 8. Jacoby Hetty had 4. Daniel Ruzon had 4. Quentin Eddy had 4. And Ontario Morris just 1 from the free throw line. For Florida A&M, very balanced scoring. Shirley had 8. Baker 8. Octave 7. Sanders 5. Washington 4. And Dalama 2. Here are the team stats. Florida A&M was all over Bethune-Cookman on the glass. They're out-rebounding the Wildcats 23-15 and 9-3 on the offensive glass. Second chance points 11-4 in favor of the Rattlers. Wildcats have more assists, 5-2. Down by 3, here come the Rattlers in the all-orange strip going right to left. Jaquan Sanders, who had 5 points in that first half, hit one of the 2 threes. Controls the ball down low. The layup, no good by Octave on a tip-in. Here comes Jacoby Hetty back the other way, taking it right at Sanders. Up and in, up and under with the right hand.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jacoby Hetty just 4 points in that first half. Look for him to get unlocked here in half number 2. The Wildcats down by 136-35. High dribble by Sanders on the logo. Now he'll go right, guarded by Jacoby Hetty. Switch by Seneca. Sanders on the baseline. Cross-court pass, knocked away, stolen by Andrews. He converts across to Jacoby Hetty. He runs the floor all the way, layup good.
I told you, if he was cold the first quarter, he's going to come back the second quarter for a timeout, FAMU.
Already Charlie Ward wants to talk things over. The Wildcats have come out with intensity here in half number 2. And I knew Jacoby Hetty wasn't going to be down for too long.
It was never that long. Just give him a couple minutes, he'll be able to heat back up. But that's what we also expect from the Wildcats. We said earlier for the keys to the game to play all 40 minutes. Yes, I can say that they
didn't play much of the first. They struggled in the first 20.
They played 20. That's all I see. Hopefully they can come up and show out for the next 20.
The Wildcats have taken a 37-36 lead. First timeout of the second half. We'll take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, it's more basketball here on the Cat Eye Radio Network. Wildcats have started on a 6-0 run here in the second half to take a 37-36 lead with 18 minutes to go in the game over Florida A&M in enemy territory in Tallahassee. Here come the Rattlers with the ball after Charlie Ward wanted to talk things over. Antonio Baker controls out high, stagger screen to the right, throws it underneath. DeLama lost the handle, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Last touch by Tyler Andrews. I'm surprised that Tyler Andrews is staying in the game with those 3 fouls.
Me too. I'm a little nervous about that one, honestly.
Baseline in for the Rattlers. Throw it up top to DeLama, guarded by Ruzon at the top of the key. Hand off to Baker.
Woo!
Baker
Backcourt!
lost it into the back.
Come on,
Yeah, they
refs.
wanted a backcourt violation,
That was
not called.
backcourt.
On the baseline, Shirley working on Quentin Hetty, and a foul going to be called on the Wildcats off the ball.
Is that on Tyler? Because that's number 4.
No, I think it's going to be on Ruzon.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on Ruzon. That'll be
That's his
his
number 1.
second.
Second.
Yep. We got Andrews with 3, Morris and Ruzon with 2. Everybody else with no more than 1. Fresh 20 on the clock for the Rattlers into the left-hand corner. Back out for Baker. Baker guarded by Willoughby in the corner. DeLama and Ruzon battling down
Are
low,
you
and
kidding?
Ruzon got called for another off-ball foul.
But that was very aggressive for Ndalama as well, too. He know what he's doing. He know exactly what he's doing. He's been doing that since the game started before. And he's getting into
So while the foul was being reported, Tyler Shirley and Quentin Hetty, something funny must have happened between them two, because they did a little high five and had a laugh over on the far side of the court.
How many points does Ndalama have?
He has 4.
4 points.
One of 4
doing all of
shooting,
that
but
is crazy.
5 rebounds. In the corner, Chapman with the inbounds play, guarded by Q. Chapman shimmies, shakes, switches to his left hand, gets in. Hetty stays in front of him. The kick back to Baker with 10 to shoot. Baker in on Willoughby, twisting, turning. Willoughby tries to
Can't
bottle him up.
find it.
He puts up a tough shot. No
There
good.
it is.
Rebound Bland. We got to continue to find Ariel Bland. He's got 10 and 7 in the
Yes.
first half, and he's back in the game, replacing the 3 fouls of Daniel Ruzon. Wildcats with a 1-point lead of the ball, 37-36, 17 minutes to go. Jacoby Hetty drives,
Nice
kick
pass.
to Seneca Willoughby in the corner, bounce pass to the baseline. Whistle and a stoppage of play, foul on Micah Octave.
That's 2.
Yep, 2 on him. Micah Octave, 7 points in the first half. Baker with 8, Shirley with 8. Balanced scoring for Florida A&M. The Wildcats mostly went through Ariel Bland with his 10 points in the first half. Jacoby Hetty has 4 quick ones here in the second. Baseline in for the Cats. Bland in the left-hand corner, attacking DeLama on the baseline. He dumps it across. Andrews fakes the 3, drives in, off the glass, no good. Rebound Octave.
Gotta have a little bit of finesse when you're coming through there. Octave setting it up.
Yeah, that was a good look for Andrews. He just couldn't finish with the rim. Baker going left against Quentin Hetty. Across to the top of the key for Chapman. Back to Baker. Baker between the leg dribble. Floated down low for Shirley on the baseline, guarded by Willoughby. And a lot of contact. That foul's going to go on Willoughby for an arm hold. Lots of fouls piling up on an already thin Wildcat rotation.
I don't want to get into the double-double.
Yeah.
That ain't going to look too nice for us.
I kind of want to see Jordan Johnson back in. He got 8
Yeah,
points.
he was on fire today.
8 points in 10 minutes in the first half, even though he doesn't play too many minutes normally.
He's going to show up when he needs to, though.
Another baseline in for the Rattlers. Shirley catches in the corner over Quentin Hetty. Drives baseline against Q. Q tries to strip him of the basketball. Shirley still working underneath. Push shot, right hand, good. 38-37, Rattlers back on top. Breaking a 2-minute scoreless streak there for Florida A&M and a 6-0 Wildcat run.
Wildcats are looking for an answer of what's going to be able to work for them.
Wildcats slowing it down with Jacoby Hetty at the top of the key. Across to Willoughby. At the free throw line, Q driving in, left hand layup, block toe, and a goaltend.
Thank you.
Is going to be called on DeLama.
Giving them 2 points.
Just a little bit too late on DeLama, right?
Yes.
Because it was a good block if it was maybe a half second earlier,
Yes.
but the ball was on its way down.
I'll take everything right now.
So the Wildcats back up now 39-38, 16 minutes to go in the second half. We are in the next immediate timeout window at the next stoppage. Antonio Baker against Willoughby, gets the screen from DeLama, goes left, all the way in on Bland. Right hand layup, good.
He has the type of,
Full court press, Wildcats breaking to the front court. Jacoby Hetty with a head of steam to the rim, got fouled.
Need that.
And Jordan Chapman thinks it should be a jump ball. That happened a little bit too fast. I couldn't quite see it, but the foul is called. Wildcats go at their normal lightning pace, and that'll be a media timeout with free throws coming for Jacoby Hetty on the other side. Wildcats trail by 1 with 15:42 to go in the ball game in enemy territory in Tallahassee. You're listening to Bethune-Cookman men's basketball on the Cat Eye Radio Network. Follow the Wildcats like never before and listen to every Cat Eye Network broadcast live for free. Just head to bcuathletics.com/radio on your computer or mobile device to hear the hometown radio call of every Wildcat home game and select road games like this one for free. Don't miss a second of the action. That's bcuathletics.com/radio. And there's just going to be one of following those links next week at the SWAC tournament. Monday at 11 a.m. for the women. Wednesday at 2 p.m. for the men. Sabrina and I will have all the coverage. We'll also be doing social media hits every day along with our incredible social media team of Kelvin and Jade, who are also going to be up there with us, and our student interns as well. It's going to be a good time up there next week at the SWAC tournament. Hopefully the Wildcats end the week with their first ever conference championship. And a long way to go until then, as they trail 40-39 with 15:42 to play in the game here in Tallahassee. Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at Nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Jacoby Hetty will be at the free throw line as we come back from this media timeout. He was fouled by Jordan Chapman on a fast break. He ties it at 40. He was 0 for 1, on a free throw in the first half, missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Wildcats are in a dogfight. Tie game at 40. Here's the second free throw right against the student section, and he gets it. Now Hetty up to 10 points, 8 of those here in the second half. And it's 41-40, Wildcats over Rattlers. The ball belongs to Jaquan Sanders of Florida A&M. He goes to the left around the DeLama screen, kicks it to Baker, guarded by Arterio Morris, who's checked in. Flashes through the zone, resets to Jaquan Sanders. Sanders has Willoughby for company. Here comes the DeLama screen, 8 to shoot, thrown to the wing, down low, wide open DeLama. Can he get a shot off? Yes, it is. Not good. Rebound Bland, knocked away from him into the corner. Octave gets it back, 3 on the way, good. Jordan Chapman on a catch and shoot the left-hand wing.
When Chapman gets high, he gets high. We have to be able to lock him down.
Third three-pointer of the game for FAMU. Wildcats still don't have one yet. They are 0 of 3. 43-41, 2-point lead for the Rattlers. Arterio Morris controls the ball, looking for action in front of him. Elevator screen not there. To Bland at the free throw line, across to Willoughby. Willoughby with 5 to shoot. Throws it up, got the foul, and he'll go to the line for 3. Crafty move. He's been studying at the school of Jacoby Hetty.
That was very crafty. What's that for Chapman? That's 2, 3?
On Chapman?
Yes.
That is 3 on Chapman.
3.
So now 3 on Chapman and 3 on Sanders. So important to keep track of for the Rattlers. That's their 2 primary ball handlers.
Exactly. That's the 2 biggest, our biggest opposition right now.
Baker with 10 and Shirley with 10 for Florida A&M. Seneca Willoughby to the line for 3 free throws. The first one is in off the back iron. Seneca Willoughby, now a senior, his 3rd year at Bethune-Cookman, has really endeared himself to the hometown fans, but has seen his role really change this year from a 3-and-D type guy, relied on to catch and shoot from the outside. And he's now an on-ball defender.
Yes.
He's running the floor, running the point, he leads the team in assists, and he doesn't shoot that much. This is his first points of the game, as he's hit 2 of 2 so far on this 3-point trip to the line. And he's kind of embraced that role of the silent score sheet, stat sheet stuffer.
Yes.
He doesn't score that much. He is good for a couple big threes every now and then, like we saw against Texas Southern, where he tied the game to send it to overtime. But mostly he's just been an off-ball passing guy. Down low, here's Shirley working on Blaine. Shirley, ISO'd, underneath, kick out to the corner. Catch and shoot 3 for Chapman. Good.
I gotta lock him down.
4 3-pointers in the game for Florida A&M. The Wildcats won the game against Southern 82-79 on Saturday, but Southern hit 10 threes against them in a complete barrage, and the Wildcats were able to battle their way through it. 2-point lead for FAMU, 46-44, 13:58 to go. Bounce pass to the baseline, turned over. Long stretch pass ahead, comes to Octave. Cross-court pass, catch and shoot 3 for Chapman, no good. Rebound to the corner, recovered by Octave. Octave takes the corner 3, it's short, long rebound, grabbed by Willoughby. Up the floor to Arterio, he goes in, got fouled by Baker. And he'll go to the free throw line. But again,
make these, Terrio.
FAMU is happy with that.
Yeah, they are.
Sending Arterio Morris or Ariel Bland to the line, they're okay with that. Because more often than not, they're not going to make the free throws.
But I have faith in our Wildcats.
That's the second foul on Baker. First free throw is good for Morris. Arterio Morris coming off a game at Southern where he scored 19 points to lead all scorers.
Yeah.
Tonight, just 2. On 2 free throws as he misses that one. And it's a 1-point game, 46-45. The paint is open, flying in, up and under, good for Baker. Nobody guarded the paint there.
In and out.
And it's back to a 3-point Rattler lead, 13.5 to go. Willoughby driving right, blocked by Baker, keeps his dribble, into the corner, back to Bland. Bland driving in against Baker, goes up and under, got the foul call.
This is what I wanted for the women's team to happen, is to drive in every single time aggressively, even if it wasn't going in, because they're going to foul them. And now that the men's team is doing it, we just need to make sure that we're efficient on the line as well.
The Wildcats, 20 free throws plus these 2 from Bland, and are 15 of 20 so far. Bland misses the first one off to the right, as Bland is a 56% free throw shooter. I mentioned, Morris and Bland, you are happy with them going to the line because you will pick up points if you're the defense. Second one is good. 2-point game, 48-46, 13:15 to go. Wildcats will run some press, then back off after Baker gets the ball in. Baker across the time stripe, goes to the left, switched by Hetty. Quentin Hetty on Baker. Down low, Shirley, reaching, foul called on Jacoby Hetty.
That's his first.
It is his first. But it's a 1-and-1 as the Rattlers are now in the bonus.
That's what we need to stay away from.
Nope, it'll just be a baseline in, my apologies. Coming into Shirley, into the corner. Sanders worked his way to the top of the key. Bounce pass down low. Loose the ball on the ground. Turned over. Seneca Willoughby takes it away. Ooh. And he did. He lost the ball in transition too, and then commits the foul. A grab on Sanders. Oh my goodness, Seneca, you can't turn the ball over like that. You just made a great play.
It's a great play. You got to be able to play off of that great play coming off of it.
The crowd here wanted it to be a transition take foul.
The crowd can't get what they want.
Oh no, it's going to be Wildcat ball.
Yes.
So it's going to be a foul on the Rattlers.
It was a kickball on the Rattlers' foot.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So sparing Seneca Willoughby a little bit of grief there. Bland on the baseline, right-hand side, goes past Shirley, gets it to go with the right hand. Really nice move by
Very
AB.
nice move.
He has been the man tonight. 13 points, 8 boards for Ariel Bland. Wildcats tie it up at 48. Just under 13 minutes to go. Chapman does Willoughby for a dummy, drives in, gets the foul called, and will go to the line. Rattlers have not missed a free throw tonight. They are 8 of 8. And Sanders will go to the line for the first time in the game. He's an 80% free throw shooter on the season. Seneca Willoughby picks up the foul. That'll be his third. So now 3 Wildcats with 3. Willoughby, Ruzon, and Andrews. And the Wildcats have really struggled with Ruzon off the floor here in the second half. And 3 with 3 for FAMU, Baker, Chapman, and Sanders. So 2 shots coming up for Jaquan Sanders, an 80% free throw shooter. Last year was in the Coastal Athletic Association at Hofstra. He makes the first one. Was a part of Seton Hall's 2024 NIT championship team as a freshman. Dalama comes back in for FAMU. Both free throws are good, and it's 50-48 FAMU over the Wildcats, 12:35 to go in the game.
Cherio Morris is taking it down.
He's double-teamed, runs across the midcourt stripe, gets it off to Bland, who's free, charges towards the basket, kicks to the corner and turns the ball over. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat ball. They just got really lucky. Really lucky.
Too lucky.
Because Ariel Bland wanted to kick that to the corner. Jordan Johnson was waiting there for a catch and 2-3. It wasn't a great pass. It was kicked by Octave out of bounds.
But we talked about earlier before how important it was to be a little selfish sometimes.
Jacoby on the inbounds pass comes out to Quentin Hetty. Hetty top of the key across to Jordan Johnson. Johnson in the right-hand corner for Arterio Morris with 8 on the shot clock. Morris against Chapman, drives in, floats it up on the baseline. No good, rebound Quentin. Put back,
And gets
foul.
the foul. I hope that was on Chapman.
Wildcats, that was only their 4th offensive rebound of the game. They're being offensive rebounded 11-4.
And Dalama is down there.
I don't think that foul was on Sanders. I'll wait till it comes across the live stats. Quentin Hetty, the free throw, first one, no good. The Wildcats are 16 of 23 from the free throw line. They've done a great job to get there. They just can't convert them.
Yes.
And this has been a story all season long, and it must get in their heads. And it must be a thing that they have to think about when trying to fall asleep at night. Because that's the only thing that it possibly could be. Second one good. Wildcats down 1, 50-49, 12 minutes to go. Rattlers with the ball with Baker. Micah Octave controls now back to Baker. Baker the handoff to Sanders, and the dribble weave action continues out high, ending up in the hands of Baker. Baker against Bland, kicks across to Sanders. Sanders in the corner for Shirley. Shirley back to Sanders. Screen at the top of the key, guarded by Morris. Sanders, backdoor pass, beautiful feed, and Antonio Baker lays it in.
Slipped right through that backside. Once he slipped through that backside, he was able to find that open entrance. That was nice.
52-49 Rattlers. Arterio Morris driving all the way in, drop off to Bland, layup no good. Too strong, rebound Sanders, and here come the Rattlers, a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Up 52-49 with 11:23 to go. Sanders against Quentin Hetty. The Wildcats have felt like they haven't gotten out of second gear. Sanders, speed 3, no. Rebound Morris. Pushes the ball ahead to Bland. He's wide open underneath. He hands it off to Jacoby Hetty with a 2-hand dunk. Nice job by the Wildcats.
That was situational awareness.
And then Dalama gets the easy one on the other end, but he missed it. He missed it. He got his own rebound, puts it back up, and a foul called on Bland. I agree, that was all ball.
That was all ball. Oh, the refs got to rerun that one immediately.
Wow.
That was a terrible call.
Well, you can't overturn fouls at the college level. I wish you could. That would be a challenge all day. So both teams, it's like quarterbacks out there. They're just throwing the ball back and forth to either end of the floor, cherry picking, like you used to do in elementary school.
Oh my goodness.
Coach Theus is incensed with one of the referees who made that call. 52-51. It'll be free throws for Miles Dalama when we come back here on the Cat Eye Radio Network and SWAC TV. Wildcats struggling to find any sort of rhythm right now as we play 10:59 to go in the ball game, down 52-51. They have not led since the 4:30 mark of the first half at 23-20. They've just been chasing the game, and they can never go on a run long enough. And I think it's because Florida A&M is just bullying them when they're on offense.
They're
working
getting too comfortable.
They're working the ball down to the paint. DeLama's playing bully ball. Baker's having a great game, so is Shirley.
It's very obvious that they don't want to be beat in their home stadium. So they're taking that extra mile that's needed to be able to ensure to get inside the Wildcats' head.
And it'll be 2 free throws for Miles DeLama.
I can't get over that call, Mike. I'm not going to lie. We could clearly see that how his hands was all there.
Jordan Johnson called for the foul before we went to break. First free throw, no good. All to play for in the last 10 minutes, 1-point game. And as the second one's good by DeLama, now a 2-point game. But the Wildcats, they haven't played very well, but they're still only down by 2.
Oh, yes.
Quentin Hetty still in the backcourt against the full court press, turns the ball over to Baker. You gotta stop doing that. Baker, layup, right hand, no good. Rebound, tap back to Arterio Morris. Morris running the floor. He goes all the way against DeLama, layup, no good, but a foul.
Well, if they didn't call that block in the last one, they can't call this one over here.
Yeah.
So they're not happy with it, but we can't fight the refs.
Not happy about it.
No,
DeLama
not at all.
will draw his 4th foul.
That's number 4. If I was Coach Reggie, I would try and get him as much foul trouble as possible.
Student section, which is right behind the basket that the Wildcats are attacking right now, is doing their best to put Arterio Morris off at the free throw line. What an off night for Morris. After a night where he scored 19 on Saturday, he's only got 2 points on 2 of 6 from the free throw line and no field goals. He gets the first one. And it's a 1-point game, 52-53. As the wave worms its way around the Al Lawson Center. I will say, we've been coming up here now for 3 years.
This is the most I've seen it packed.
This is the best atmosphere that I've seen in the Al Lawson Center. And credit to Charlie Wood for turning this men's basketball program around. Morris goes 2 of 2, because remember, if FAMU wins tonight and tiebreakers go their way elsewhere around the conference, they could be the number 2 seed.
Yeah. Druzan is getting ready to come back into the game.
DeQuan Sanders controls for FAMU in a tie game, 10.5 to go. Baker up top. Sanders had the ball knocked away from him and out of bounds by Bland, and it'll stay Rattler ball. Here comes Daniel Ruzon back in, but a tough day for Ruzon. 4 points, 3 fouls. Just 2 of 7 shooting. Shirley gets the inbounds pass. Shirley against Ruzon, goes right at him. Bounce pass underneath to Octave. Octave bounces it up and has the ball stolen by Arterio Morris. Morris into the front court. Hands back to Jacoby Hetty. Morris gets it back. Up fake, drives in. Underneath to Ruzon for the wide open 2-hand dunk. What a play. What a play by Terrio.
You rushing in, you don't even know what play is going to happen. It's whoever's open gets the ball with him.
Wildcats with their first lead since 2 minutes to go in the first half. Shirley against Arterio Morris. Shoulder charge, backing him down into the paint. All the way in. Shirley finishes at the cup. There's not a ton Arterio can do there. Shirley's just bigger than him. That's a bad matchup. Tie game at 55. Jacoby Hetty on the baseline. Throws it up. Gets fouled. And will go to the free throw line.
Yeah.
That was Antonio Baker. His 4th foul, I believe. So DeLama now has 4. Baker has 4. Chapman has 3. Sanders has 3. If you're the Wildcats, you got to keep driving in, keep getting these fouls called. That's the way you're going to win this game late, is by fouling some of those guys out of the game.
Baker has 4.
And Baker's had a great night, 14 points. First free throw hangs on the heel and falls for Jacoby Hetty. His first free throw make of the game, because he only had 1 in the first half, and he missed it.
Chapman has 3 fouls.
And so does Sanders.
And Sanders has 3 fouls. Let's use the fundamental basketball game right here.
And it's a very small lineup right now for FAMU.
They can't do much.
Second free throw. Oh! Hangs on the rim and tilts in.
Some of that more magic followed us all the way over here to Al Lawson.
57-55. Wildcats on top. Under 10 minutes to play in the game. Jaquan Sanders will be the ball handler. He'll go left around the Shirley screen. Against Ruzon. Kick back to Shirley.
Watch
They
baseline.
want the backdoor pass. Shirley driving in, creates space with the shoulder bump, throws it up, no good. Loose ball, battled for, out of bounds. Rattler's ball. Last touch by Bland.
It was.
And Daniel Ruzon not happy about it. But every missed shot, the Wildcats need to grab the rebounds. They're getting hounded on the glass right now.
I mean, Billy.
29-20 in the corner. Sanders pulls a three. Woo! No good. Rebound, Ruzon.
That was nerve-wracking. Him and Chapman has me on the edge of the seats.
Wildcats with a 2-point lead on the basketball. Morris behind the back dribble against the double stagger screen. Goes in, throws it up and under. Got
Beautiful.
it. And again, that play was great because they had the two bigs in the game, Bland and Ruzon, and they set the double stagger screen to create space.
Be able to pull their offensive, their defense, so we'll be able to get that nice baseline pad.
59-55, 8:50 to go in the game. Chapman against Morris to the left. Chapman all the way into the paint against Ruzon, kicks it out. Wild pass, comes back to Washington at the top of the key.
Watch baseline.
Shirley at the free throw line matched up with Ruzon. In the corner, Octave. Octave forced to the edge. Shirley with 5 to shoot. Back to Octave. Catch and shoot 3 straight on. Off to the right, no good. Offensive rebound again for FAMU. The putback by Washington, no good. Out of bounds, no foul call.
Called a foul. I think that one was on Ariel.
Offensive rebounds, my goodness, it was on Bland. That is his second.
I think what the problem is with the Wildcats, they're so scared to get into foul trouble because, I'm not going to lie, these refs have been a little bit loose with these calls, but you know, with such a short bench that we do have, we got to be able to keep our best players in the game.
But you got to get you have to, or you cannot. 12 offensive rebounds for Florida A&M as the first free throw is good.
Boxing out is going to be our best,
but
we haven't boxed out not once yet.
We are the best team in the SWAC in securing defensive rebounds at 25.7 per game.
Yes.
We have allowed FAMU to have 13 offensive rebounds and 12 second chance points now after those free throws went down. 59-55. Wildcats on top, 8:15 to go. Attacking left to right with the basketball. Jacoby Hetty, catch and shoot 3 from the left wing. Good! The Wildcats have their first 3 of the game. A big-time shot by Jacoby Hetty.
I saw it in his eyes, the way he was creeping over on the sideline. He was ready for that.
Wildcats need to stop on defense with 8 minutes to play, and they get one. Turnover by Hetty at the midcourt stripe. He goes in and hammers it down with the right hand.
Now we're starting to play Wildcat basketball.
64-57. Wildcats on top. Rattlers with the ball. Jaquan Sanders controls. I thought they were going to call timeout, that they don't. High screen. Sanders goes right. Switch by Ruzon. Back to Shirley. Catch and shoot. 3 top corner, top of the key. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Morris. He wants to push the pace to Jacoby Hetty. On the right wing side. Drives all the way in. Dumps it down low. Ariel Bland gets his shot blocked, but it fouls.
That's fine with me. I'm okay with that.
It felt like both teams were kind of sleepwalking the last 5 minutes. And then in the last 45 seconds,
to pick up the pace.
It just exploded into life. And the Wildcats, the beneficiaries, they're up 64-57. It's their largest lead of the night. Timeout, Florida A&M.
Can I just say I'd love to shout out our Wildcats who drove 4 hours away and those who are already here in Tallahassee to come and support our men's and women's basketball team.
Specific shout out to former Counter Network co-host Henson White, who's over there. We'll catch up with him after the game.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, we got a pretty good contingent, maybe 50, 150, somewhere around the 100 mark. Wildcat fans are out behind the Wildcat bench. I ran into a couple.
They're showing up.
I ran into a couple on the concourse while getting a drink between games. Listen, I follow a lot of the discourse on social media, and you know how the Wildcat fans and the Rattler fans try to go back and forth. I'm looking at you, Mary's children.
I love it, though.
But at the end of the day, it's really a family atmosphere, right?
Is.
Like,
you can't find it anywhere else.
It's like six times a year we're adversaries.
Yeah.
Florida Classic, 2 basketball games, 3 baseball games. That's about it.
That's it.
Yeah. Other than that, it's cousins, right? And it's great to see that the HBCU community in Florida come together
still alive.
and support basketball. It feels like in the last 2 or 3 years,
Yes.
HBCU basketball has really taken a step.
Yeah.
And I mean, and
Thank you.
with outlets like Live for Hoops
Yeah.
and HBCU Game Day, HBCU Goes, who are doing the games on TV, really pushing for the exposure of these schools
Right.
on a national scale.
And it needs to be. I think now that it's been a transition of how you've seen so many different types of HBCU come together. Like there's classics everywhere. So I didn't even know that. You know, coming in when I was a freshman, I thought the Florida Classic was the only classic, and you know, you have the Louisiana Classic or the Bayou Classic. My apologies. That's all over.
Yeah,
So-
Magic City,
Yes.
Port City.
And that's amazing coverage. That's a great way to keep that rivalry alive. You want to make sure that there's families everywhere. Even families have different rivalries in between them. So.
Yeah. Make sure you are representing BCU Athletics to the fullest, featuring all new items. You can buy the latest BCU gear online at the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to BCUathletics.com and click on Shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's BCUathletics.com and click on Shop. The Wildcats scored a lightning-quick 5-0 run over a minute and 6 seconds and a 9-2 run over the last 2:26. They've hit 5 of the last 6 field goals. And you know what changed, Sabrina?
Yes.
They're working the ball into the paint. I like to double stagger screen to draw the defense.
And they're calm.
Yeah.
They're calm, Mike, and that's really important with the Wildcats. They play so much better when they're at a level-headed ability, when they make those passes and they're able to see the court. There's no doubt that these men have, these athletes, these players have the talent to be able to push through. It's how you use it.
Yeah. Ariel Bland's going to go to the free throw line. He was fouled right before the timeout. And I think Bryce and I talked about this on the podcast this week. You'll get the episode on Saturday, but a little bit of a sneak preview, if you will. We talked about how the Wildcats can sometimes try and think that, as Ariel Bland misses the first free throw, that's his first free throw miss of the game. But I've lost my train of thought now.
We'll catch it.
The Wildcats can sometimes feed off their success too much, right? They have the ability to make all these flashy plays and one-on-one success stories and all this stuff. Arterio Morris and Jacoby Hetty, of course, are the two big ones. But sometimes they stray away from playing team basketball.
Yeah.
And that's when they can hurt themselves, is when they try and do too much on their own and forget there's 4 other guys on the floor. Tyler Shirley spinning through traffic, he'll get fouled.
How?
Like every time down the floor, there's going to be a whistle. And I think that's the way this game is being officiated, and we're going to have to go with that. So the Wildcats have shot 30 free throws in the game. Florida A&M has shot 14. So we're doubling them up on free throws.
Ariel Bland has 2, I believe, right?
Fouls?
Yes.
No, he's got 3. Him and Seneca and Ruzon and Andrews all have 3. Nobody's got 4. Here is Shirley at the line. He's 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. He's got 12 points, the second leading scorer for Florida A&M.
Yeah. Something about them 22s. Said it.
Jacoby Hetty's the top scorer in the game with 17. He's got 14 of those in the first half. In the second half, he's exploded to life. First free throw was good for Shirley. Both teams in the double bonus now for the last 7 minutes and 8 seconds. So expect a lot more free throws coming down to the end of the game. Second free throw for Shirley, good. Wildcats lead by 6, 65-59, 7:08 to go. Here comes the full court press for Florida A&M. Morris gets the ball in, chucks it across to Jordan Johnson, who came in off the bench during the timeout. Johnson against Washington at the top of the key, lost the ball. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats after Washington touched it last. Jordan Johnson has played well in the first half, got 8 first half points, but in his 6 minutes now in the second half, he's looked a little skittish to me.
Yeah. But I think he's trying to find that little confidence the confidence that he had in the beginning of the first half.
Johnson picks up his dribble, bounce pass, Ruse on top of the key. Ruzon looking for the backdoor to Johnson. He gets it, spins in the lane, puts it up, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, battled for, and it eventually comes to Jaquan Sanders for the Rattlers. Washington driving in all the way, lost the handle. It comes to the corner, 3 on the way from Chapman. Short, but a foul, and 3 free throws coming for Florida A&M.
On Ariel.
And that's Ariel.